rich person, they like, I need my money to make me money. Every dollar I need that to every dollar's an employee
Mm-hmm.
to go work. And then that money brings back more money so they can get their time back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, and then with the no excuses, I'm like, we got to start taking poor people are poor because they don't take action now. So poor, P.O.O.R, passing over opportunities repeatedly.
Mm,
Now NOWs, no opportunities wasted.
mm.
People pass over opportunities repeatedly because they don't take action now.
Yo, what up? Right now I'm out ATVing in the rainforest with a group of high-level entrepreneurs. I'm a 7-figure entrepreneur. My mentor, Nehemiah Davis,
Listen to
8-figure
me.
entrepreneur.
Listen to me, y'all. And I don't even want to put him in a box. I know you teach 99 ways how to get into real estate, how to use OPM, but this man's going to teach y'all just entrepreneurship, period. How to get in the game, stay in the game, and get that 6 and 7 figures, man. This man constantly investing in himself, putting himself in rooms. This is why he's on that next level. This is why he's been making this type of impact for so many years. But now that man coming out and helping y'all do it. So when Blake said, yo, I'm about to go crazy, I said, I'm looking at it. So listen, if y'all interested, getting your money right, getting your time back, and be able to scale and grow your businesses, AstenCeo, Blake, I'm telling y'all, don't look nowhere else. When you told me the 99 ways, though, peep this. I never heard nobody say 99 ways.
Right.
I heard about 1,
You heard a couple.
2, 3, 4, 5 max. 99?
99?
Yeah, okay. Y'all
Crazy,
tripping if
y'all.
y'all don't. But
Hey.
I really don't. 99 ways? It's impossible to fail.
Most important thing y'all can do is get in the room.
Welcome to another episode of It's Crowded at the Top. I'm your host, AstenCeo. Got the voice of God on the other end.
Hey, Tabernacle, Judge.
Man, I just got done with day 1 of the Digital Asset Challenge. Productive day.
Hey.
Productive. People got a lot of game. And a message that I was giving the people in there is no excuses. Because I was going to cancel the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Because just personal stuff like with the family been going on. Certain individuals been sick. That my aunt, she just passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Funerals on day 5 of the challenge. I had already pushed it back, and I was like, then I was gonna cancel it, but I was like, nah, because these people they trusted me with their investment to get this game
Right, that's real.
on how to monetize their existing knowledge. So I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna push it back again. I ain't gonna cancel it. I'm gonna give them what they got, and they're getting a different experience. Excuse me, they're getting a different experience from like my previous challenge, because when I was thinking about canceling it, when I first pushed it back and then thought about canceling it, I don't have the amount of people that would normally be in there because I haven't been promoting it, because I was like, I ain't really feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
So they get a more intimate set. They really get like, even though it is like a one-on-one group setting, they're getting more time. Because if it's this many people, you can get all your questions answered versus
Just
I got
one.
this many people and I got to blitz through the questions.
Yeah.
Or even though everybody's question does get answered, but it's just a different environment. So I'm like, it's hard.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And
Challenge a month.
and it feels like as far as a teaching or me coaching standpoint, or like stuff like that now, because I used to hoop. So stuff like that now for me kind of like the stage.
Mm-hmm.
It feel like you performing in the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
Like think the NBA, for people that don't know, I'm talking about when the virus was out and the NBA went to the bubble. They had the championship in the bubble. It's like your game's still on, but it's different. Because some people was in the bubble and they was like, who is this dude?
Yeah, it was going off. And I said that too. I was like,
Like people gonna go off in the bubble because it's gonna feel like
Yeah, I knew that too. I was like,
yeah.
the bubble gonna be some entertaining ball because they just gonna be in there hooping.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what some people that was in there with that summer mentality, like, nah, I ain't got to worry about nothing.
50 a game.
Yeah, like oh boy for the Pacers. I forgot his name. I don't know what team he's on now, but he was in that throwing up 30 and 40 balls, like career
Oh,
11 a game. Like
yeah. Oh, buddy, he went to NC State, right?
I can't remember his name. I don't know.
Mm. Yeah, I know you're talking about though.
But it's like they don't get that pressure of the crowd and this and that and home court advantage and on the
Mm-hmm.
road and all that stuff. It's just like they just hooping. They just like, all right, play ball. And you seeing all these people that super talented, like because they didn't have them pressures. Not saying that I feel those pressures or nothing like that, because I
Mm-hmm.
would. I like that, and it's a. Well, I said different. It's just a different environment because a lot of people with more people, even the people in the room, they would learn more from the other people's questions. So
Right.
it's gonna be less questions also. So it's like it's a good and a like everything got a positive
Mm-hmm.
and a negative to it. But I was just thinking about the no excuses aspect of it because the mentality I had with it was I'm gonna cancel it. And I was like, nah, because these people they trusted me with they trusted me to make them they made the investment and with their investment to join the challenge, that came with a trust in me to be the person to deliver the information that they need.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm gonna deliver that to them. Then I thought about Jordan and Kobe. Like Jordan was like, oh, whoever's in the stands might be the only chance that they get. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care if it's one person in the stands, whoever, I'm gonna perform. And I heard I was listening to something the other day and I can't remember whose interview I was listening to, but that's talking about Kobe. Like they was maybe over in China or something. And there was like Kobe was like overexerting himself to the people
Mm.
or a picture here or smile here, or you can tell you don't want to talk soon as somebody comes, he turns it on and he's
Mm.
Kobe and whatever. And they was like, yo, what's he doing that? And he's like, cause this is gonna be like they're meeting Kobe Bryant.
Right.
And he was like, dang. So I'm gonna give them Kobe. Like
Mm-hmm.
they deserve it,
Mm-hmm.
type of stuff. But it's like there's really no excuses with anything. And I was telling them in the challenge on day one too. I was using the example of like personal stuff that's going on with my family, and then how I'm doing the challenge and stuff. But I was like, I use that as to give like a lesson within day one on like how many excuses are we making on things every single day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I was giving the difference between poor people and poor and rich people, really. And it's a mentality. A lot of people they think when I talk about poor people that I'm talking about a financial bracket or
Right.
something.
Right.
I'm like, nah, it's a mentality. Like poor, rich, middle class. And really middle class, it's really getting to a point where there ain't gonna be no middle
Yeah,
class.
it's on his way out. Yeah.
But but if I just say it's a mindset of how people look at money and opportunity. So it's like the poor person, they think money's sole purpose is to pay bills.
Mm-hmm.
The middle class person, they think money's sole purpose is to buy things that they can't afford on credit.
Mm-hmm.
They get the car payments, they get the mortgages, go get the credit card and swipe to get the things that they like.
Mm-hmm.
Rich person, they think money's sole purpose is to have their money make more money.
Right.
So I'm like, it's a mindset thing. Then the poor person, they gonna be like, oh shoot, the guy pay the bills.
Mm-hmm.
Family gotta eat. Like that's how they talk.
Yeah.
Middle class person, they feel like they status and can maybe look down on some poor people just because you got more expensive bills because you got some credit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or you can lease that range.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the rich person, they like, I need my money to make me money. Every dollar I need that to every dollar's an employee
Mm-hmm.
to go work. And then that money brings back more money so they can get their time back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, and then with the no excuses, I'm like, we got to start taking poor people are poor because they don't take action now. So poor, P.O.O.R, passing over opportunities repeatedly.
Mm,
Now NOWs, no opportunities wasted.
mm.
People pass over opportunities repeatedly because they don't take action now.
Hey man, I feel like I need to feel like I need to send you some money, man. I feel like I'm getting this. Hey,
So I'm
hey,
like,
hold on. I feel like I'm getting this challenge game.
so, but just think, bro, how many opportunities do people constantly pass over and over and over and over and over
Cause it's the
for
it's,
whatever the reason?
it's the opportunity versus guarantee like idea. You know what I'm saying?
But I guarantee you're gonna be in the place that you're at now or beneath the place that you're at now if you don't take the opportunity now.
Yeah, for sure,
That's the guarantee.
for sure.
And most people they taking and most people they're passing over the opportunities repeatedly because they're thinking everything's a scam.
Mm-hmm.
Not realizing scam stands for still confused about money. And then you like, oh man, this sounds like a scam, a get rich quick scheme. I'm like, you better hope it's a get rich quick scheme because you're not gonna be here long enough to get rich slow. I've never seen anybody do it.
Right.
I use the example of my aunt that just passed away as an example. Like that's a real life example in real time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and just think, have you ever seen anybody do it the slow way? I haven't.
Nah, not at all.
Like get rich quick. I'm like, who you seen get rich slow?
It's just, man, that indoctrination is just so, it runs so deep, man.
But for real, bro, like who? Like who? I'd be like, who? Who's the? They be like, oh yeah, wealth is slow. Really? Name me who? Who
Right,
was it slow for? You tell me who's wealthy that did it slow.
right.
I'm like, just tell me one person. Then they're gonna name all these rich people, and they're gonna name all these super mega rich people that's like 60 now. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, they was rich when they was 40. They was
Right,
rich when they was 35
right, right.
too. Like, and then it just compounds over time. But it ain't like they got it when they was 65.
And look, and if they didn't have it at 35 and 40, when they got it fast. like
Yeah.
like it wasn't like, oh man, I ain't got it at 35, so now I just got it at 60. Like, nah, it happened quick.
Steve Harvey, when it came, it came.
Exactly. J.K. Rowling's. Like,
But people up here thinking that they gonna get it by working the 9 to 5 and putting the money in their 401k, and that's how you gonna get rich the slow way. Okay, keep doing it. You
yeah.
let me know who that worked out for.
And then too, I think that we as a people, we put too much emphasis on an amount of money versus one, the time in which we make the money, and two, how the money can be applied to our lives. So a lot of people, like you'll see a video, if you invest, etc., you'll have 1 million by 65. But if that, like, what you gonna do with that million at 65? Like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, if if your lifestyle says that that million will be gone in 10 years, what good does that do?
Or I'd just be like, okay, cool. I can have that million at 65, but let's get another million now. Why I
Exactly.
gotta wait?
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why I said that they be looking at it wrong from time. Yeah.
The quicker that you get to your dream life, the longer that you get to live it. So why not shorten the time frame so I get longer to live my dream?
Hmm.
I get to it at 65, and then I got 5 years to live it.
We gonna go out with a blast, man. We gonna go out with a blast.
I'm saying, bro, my aunt just passed. She didn't get to six. How old? How old was? If my pops, I know she's only a couple years older than my pops, so she didn't even get to 65.
Mm. Yeah.
And then in the plan that people do have, if 65 is the retirement age, that's the real scam. I call it the 40-40-40 scam. Work 40 years of your life. I mean, work 40 the 40-40-40 scam. Work 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life and retire for 40% of your income. But how do you expect to live off of 40% of your income when you old and you don't know how to live the life you want to live off of 100% of your income now?
Hmm.
It logically don't make sense if you just take some time to think about it.
Right.
But that's what everybody's goal is. Retirement.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be retired. Sounds boring.
Right. Right.
Think all the people we look up to, they're not retired.
Exactly.
They're doing what they do until the end of their days.
Bro, that's literally one of the reasons that like went into my decision on whether I wanted to keep hooping or pursue like entertainment. I was like, what can I do for longer? Like legit.
I quit hooping just because I said, for what? I ain't going to the league.
League or bus.
Yeah, let's stop this. What are we doing?
Oh man.
Like go play lowest of level, go make $800 a month, and then for years and years and years, and then be 40 years old and broke.
Yeah.
Cause I was out here hooping,
Right.
and then go be a parts and rec coach. Cause I don't have any skills to do nothing else.
You end up being a high school coach and a history teacher. You know, if you having double duties.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. No,
Ain't
no
hey, yeah,
shots. But
ain't
I'm
no
just saying
shot.
that ain't the life.
Ain't
That
no
ain't the life
shot.
I want to live.
Ain't no shots.
But depending on where you at too, you might not even be able to get the high school coach. Because I know my city, they recently changed the rules, but I remember in my city for the longest, you had to have a college degree to be a coach.
Mm.
So you ain't got your degree. You've been hooping in all these lower level because we know everybody hooping overseas ain't getting to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Very true. Very true.
Like a lot. Like I said, 800 a month for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because some people they'll go, which would have been the route I would have had to take. Go get in one of them super duper low leads, get your stats and get filmed
Mm.
to hopefully go to a higher league,
Mm.
and then do the same to get filmed to hopefully go to a higher league.
Mm.
That's a grind, bro. I know people on them little overseas deals. They sleeping. So this dude I know, he literally went over there. He did not have a bed.
Mm.
He's like sleeping on it was like concrete. He took his clothes from his luggage and laid them on top of the concrete.
Bruh. That's crazy.
Because he was there for his mission. Let me go here and get some film real quick. Do what I got to do. Average crazy numbers. Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
He was only there for a short stint, so they was like, "You want a bed? Score 30 tonight. We'll get you a bed tonight." He's like, "What?" He went and scored. He went and scored 30.
Like,
He got the bed.
bruh.
It was like
I
it was
can't
like that.
I can't deal with that, dog. it ain't that real for me. Nah.
It be the dream though.
Of course, but it'll make for a hell of a story. But nah, dog. I'm cool.
For me, I couldn't see the dream. I'm not gonna make it to. I'm not gonna make it to where the dream's looking at and going that route. No,
Yeah, that's what
this
I'm
ain't a
saying.
movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nah. Sleeping on
Now, now,
concrete.
now, I'm all for success stories, but certain things got gatekeepers. And
Mm-hmm.
with that, that's a gatekeeper. With stuff I'm talking about, starting your own business, creating digital property, being an entrepreneur in today's age, there's no gatekeeper.
Right.
You got a phone? Cool, start business.
Right.
That's all you need. You make 6, 7 figures just from this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, man, and think the NBA, most people don't know the NBA's only had about 5,000 people ever in the NBA.
Right.
In the history of the NBA, about 5,000 people have ever went through there.
Which is
I
crazy.
know me that was struggling to get to D1. I'm not going to the league.
Hey, right now I'm riding horseback in the rainforest with a group of high-level entrepreneurs, all 6, 7, and 8-figure earners. The thing is that while we're here enjoying our life, we're all generating income right now because we know how to monetize our IP, our intellectual property. The problem is that you either have a gift and you don't know how to monetize it, or you don't know what your gift is. I want to help you tap into that gift to where you can make income while you're just living your life, enjoying the fruits of your labor, and making income literally 24/7. Go ahead and tap in and join me at the top. It's crowded at the top.
My story's crazy to get to HBCU.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna break it all down right, but it's a crazy story. I know I ain't going to the league. I average 11, 12 points a game at Southern University in Baton Rouge. I'm not going to the NBA.
Yeah.
I knew that. I don't care what you want to say about the coaches, whatever, bad program, whatever. NBA player, you gonna see that NBA player.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's
you
like
gonna see.
old buddy from Jackson State. He was there like before you got to Southern, leading the nation in scoring, and he didn't even get drafted. He ended up on the Pelicans, which was at the time New Orleans Hornets, but he didn't even
Mhm.
get drafted though.
It's two totally separate games.
Man,
But you can see somebody. I'm just saying, I averaged 12 points.
yeah, he
I'm
was
not
he
going.
was averaging 30
An
points.
NBA player, with that competition should be averaging like 30.
Yeah, and that's what he was doing. He was averaging 30 a game. Still ain't get drafted because it's Jackson State.
And with that type of NBA talent, I don't care what the coach can't stop you from getting 25, 30.
Yeah.
You going to.
Did you have that like did you have that awareness like during the season, or was it like postseason when the numbers were final and you was like, nah. Like,
Nah, I think you know I think you know I think everybody knows if they got a shot. Like any hooper, any athlete period, realistically. Like in your hearts of hearts if you got a chance.
mhm.
And the people that think they do that really don't, I really think you just lying to yourself.
Mm, mhm. Yeah.
Just say that you love to play the sport and play the sport. That's why I was doing it. I love to do it. I didn't know anything else in life at the time. I knew I
Mhm.
wasn't going to no NBA though.
Yeah.
Because and I know NBA, I know people that's been to the NBA. My close friends got an 8-year career. Like they all pretty much tell the same story. Like that gets to a point where you know when you're going
Mhm.
in college.
Mhm.
I know ain't nobody going for I know where I was at. Yeah, I'm here for a reason.
Mhm.
It's just like I was watching the Lakers game the other night. All these players were open, like LeBron said, they're open for a reason.
Right.
That was getting good shots, or they kept us open for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, there's a reason why I'm here at this level at this school. That's what I didn't understand. Everybody else didn't realize
Yeah.
on my team. I'm like, bro, you not that good, bro, or you won't be here.
Yeah.
Play ball.
Yeah.
Certain individuals, no man, blah blah blah. Oh, my homeboy at the ACC, my homeboy in the Big East, but man, and walk around like you Jordan. No, you're here.
Right. Right.
If you were supposed to be that, that's where you would be.
Yeah.
The cream rises to the cream. The cream rises to the top.
Mm.
It's undeniable. If you are talented at that level, even if you fall through the cracks and you end up somewhere, the talent speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Damian Lillard went to
Murray State. Was it Murray State?
no, that's Ja.
Yeah, that is Ja.
Damian Lillard went to
It's whole scream, man.
yeah, look up his school real quick. Damn, I know it too.
He went to Weber State.
Weber State.
Yeah.
Purple. They colors purple, right? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he went to Weber.
Yeah. Damian Lillard went to Weber State, right?
Mm.
Small school. Most people never heard of Weber State. But he's an NBA talent. You
Mm.
can't deny the talent. You see it. You know an NBA player when you see him.
Right.
You think I look like him at school? No. Like there's a difference, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I would be like certain people, I would be like, bro, what world are you living in?
Yeah.
That's what mind boggled me, because I'm like, I'm better than all y'all. Why do you think you're this? And playing stupid now, our team sucks because you out here doing stuff that you are literally not capable of doing.
Yeah.
Because you think you're going to the NBA from here. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Play ball and let's win. Stephen Curry went to Davidson.
Yeah.
You can't deny the talent when he's there. The talent's going to show wherever. So I'm not blaming it on the school, but wherever. I know my talent's not that, or it would be clear as day. Nobody can deny that.
Right.
Steph Curry's coach was letting him shoot half court shots for a reason. Because he's seen it.
Yeah.
I couldn't, even though I could shoot and shoot from deep, I couldn't step on the court and test to go shoot that.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it would be like, hey, what the hell you doing? Steph probably could miss 6 of them and be like,
It's a good shot.
good shot, keep doing.
Mm-hmm. Keep your head up. Keep shooting. Keep shooting.
Yeah, there's a reason, bro. Like certain stuff, yeah. But I'm like, if you're honest with yourself, you know your talent.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Rodman, JUCO, wherever he went, it's like you see it. Like this dude's a freak of nature.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. I was like, but I be thinking that too. That goes with like the business and the entrepreneurship stuff. I'm like, yo, you say you won't make $1 million? Really? Like, do you see yourself?
Yeah.
And that's way easy, way easier to do than getting to the NBA.
Yeah, that league journey.
But all these people message me day to day, literally, and DM me every single day and tell me all these monetary and business and financial goals that they have. I'm like, but you need to acquire certain skills and certain information to do that, and it's readily available for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you intentionally choose not to get the information, and you intentionally choose not to acquire the skills. And just running around thinking like, yeah, one day I'm gonna come up on $1 million. Really? How?
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
it's like once I got in this world, it's like I'm still mind boggled. Like when I was in the hoop world, like, do you have no self awareness of yourself right now?
Mm. And that's big. The self awareness is, man, that's key. That's key to everything. Everything.
Because I even had to sit with myself recently, like a week and a half ago, and I'm like, yo, even me with certain goals that I have, I really sit with myself. And I was like, you bullshitting, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because you ain't doing nothing it takes to get to this number that you say that you want.
Yeah.
Let's do it. You gotta become something different than what you are right now.
Yeah.
I had that conversation with myself a week and a half ago. The be comes before the get. Be do have. You have
Mm-hmm.
to become the person that's able to do the thing to have the thing. Am I doing what an 8-figure business owner would do? Hell no.
Hmm.
All right, let me start doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna come up on 10 mil, then I'm gonna start doing this, that, and that. No,
Yeah, it's not how that works.
it's not how it works at all.
Yeah, we kicked the morning off today with the be do have conversation. Not even
Nah,
a
for real, people.
conversation, a reminder rather.
Nah, for real, people will sit there. Oh yeah, bro. If I just came, I don't know why it's like this in our community, but it's always an extra 10. If I just had an extra 10,000, man, I'd be good and I could make some moves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, you wouldn't. You do the same stuff with that 10,000 as you doing now with your 500.
Mm-hmm. Go to the mall or whatever it is. I ain't even gonna go into what it is. I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
whatever.
Yeah, I start thinking about what I did with my with my extra payola back in the day.
But you would just do more of what, like if you scared to invest $500 into yourself, why do you think you would have the confidence to invest $10,000 into
Exactly,
yourself?
exactly. Yeah, that's way more
No, you
scary.
wouldn't. You would either spend it or hoard it, or be scared that it's gonna disappear and save it,
Mm-hmm.
which is literally losing it
Yeah.
because the value of it is gonna go down the longer that you save it.
Mm-hmm.
Or people, I always use this example, like people will sit there and say, yeah, when I get this much, I'm gonna invest into my business, I'm gonna do this and that. And I'm like, bro, I go look at your page, every single video that you post says CapCut at the end of it. You won't even pay the little money to take the watermark off of the video. But all of a sudden, you one day gonna magically come up on $1 million and then start investing all this money into your business. Like, nah. Yeah, man, when I get my bread, I'm gonna get back to the hood. Man, I'm gonna feed everybody. I'm gonna take care of the hood. You won't even give a bum $1.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, you gonna get rich and just start giving back to everybody.
Right.
You love your church, you don't even tithe. Offering plate come through, you put $2 in there. You all of a sudden think you gonna just magically become rich one day and start tithing
Yeah.
6% of the million? You only you make 50,000 now and only put $2 in the tray.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you get the million, you gonna give them. Come on, man.
Yeah. No, that's real.
And even take finances out of it, even just on a personal level, like it can be a dude. Oh, he may not feel confident in his body image. Oh man, I really like that girl, man. When I lose this weight, I'ma holler at her. No, you're not. Go holler at her now.
Mm-hmm.
Chillin' lights, chicks be liking the chubby ones,
I
the fine
swear.
ones too.
I was just thinking that too. I was like, chicks be digging the chubs, man. Like chicks be digging the chubs. My homeboys, hey, I was gonna say his name. I mean, he wouldn't trip, but he getting a lot of love.
I be knowing.
he get a lot of love.
Hey, ain't no body shaming here. Cause
Nah,
I told you the other day I dated a big chick before. Swell time.
yeah, picnics and such.
Yeah, I mean, hey, somebody was eating.
Oh man. And like that, ladies and gentlemen, the tone has changed.
Nah, but that stuff about awareness though. That's like you had mentioned something last week that I just thought about too. It was like when do you know when to stop?
Stop what?
Like when do you stop on the dream?
Oh,
When do
oh
you
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
when's a good quitting point? When, like you're doing something and you're not seeing any results. Like me, like I said with the hooping stuff, like I knew like why? What is it gonna be? Like I don't want to be. Cause I remember for me, and even though this is before my era, like when I fell in love with rap, I went back and I listened to the people that I didn't listen to. Cause like Jay Z made me like the Blueprint
Mm-hmm.
made me like really get into rap.
Mm-hmm.
Because at younger ages, I would just hear stuff that was on the radio or TV. Like if I'm just in the car, what was popping back then? BET and
Mm-hmm.
Rap City Basement or something on TRL. Like I didn't really know songs outside of what's just playing everywhere.
Yeah.
The Blueprint came out. I listened to it. I was like, oh, what's Jay Z? I heard Jay Z before, but I was like, what? This
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm. Hard.
and with the on them soul beats that Kanye and who else did Just Blaze.
Trust Blaze, yeah.
That Just Blaze and Kanye was chopping up. If I was in the car with my daddy, he would like front like he didn't listen to rap. And so if I'm in the car with him, I'm just listening to old music from the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So it even like so my ear was already trained to some of that stuff. It's like I'm in the car with my daddy, I'm listening to Frankie Beverly and Maze, Marvin Gaye, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Mm-hmm.
It had a Jackson 5. He had a Jackson 5 tape in there. I know all the Jackson 5 songs.
Yeah.
And then I get my mama's house, uh she listening to Whitney Houston and Deborah Cox,
Mm-hmm.
Janet Jackson, the Velvet Rope album, stuff like that. But then I come find out as soon as I get out the car, my dad listening to Too Short and DMX. But the but the blueprint like made me listen to, and then I went back and I got all Jay Z's old stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm hearing them. And then of course everybody know Big and Pop, but I didn't know Big outside of I was a kid, bro. So
Yeah.
if something's playing on the TV or something or radio in the car, I hear it, but it ain't like I'm just listening to Big like
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
kid just.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a I'm listening Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles and stuff. Like,
Go, go, Power Ranger.
yeah, like what? That's why I like, bro, you was not listening to this music at this age, bro. You just got the headphones on, stone.
See, but it's funny. Like my music growing up, I used to be in the room blasting stuff. Like, what was I listening to? Like, I'm trying to think of the age, like early
But I'm
age.
saying, but think of the age of Biggie. You was in your room just blasting music loud at 5.
Nah, nah. When
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Nah, probably 95, 96. It's probably when like me actually like blasting music started happening.
that started happening for me in middle school. Cause like I said, my daddy. he would front like he didn't listen to rap. My mama didn't really. She didn't listen to music in the house for rap in the house or nothing like that. She listened, like I said, that type of music, Erica Badu, that type of stuff.
Mhm.
Then I remember one day, my pops had something. It was like in the side of his seat, and you could tell like he didn't place it there, like it fell, like he didn't know it was there.
Mhm.
And I took it. It was DMX first album. It's Dark and Hell is
Mhm.
High.
Mhm.
And then I had Dad put on my headphones, and I was like,
Boy, like that Raven with the face Raven Simone be making on that so Raven when she went
yeah,
there.
that stuff kick up.
Oh man.
Dun dun, dun dun. I was like, what?
Hey, right now I'm in Puerto Rico living life on my terms with a group of high-level entrepreneurs. Pin the camera. All 6, 7, and 8-figure earners. The difference between us and you is that we know how to monetize our IP, our intellectual property, and get income 24/7 living life on our own terms. Go ahead, click the link, learn from high-level 6, 7, and 8-figure entrepreneurs for less than $1 a day. If you're interested in that, go ahead, click the link. If not, just call me a scam like you do everybody else on the internet. Keep on scrolling.
Because my mama, she didn't want me to. If I did get something, it had to be edited. Like I couldn't listen to the curse words.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that DMX, and it was all kinds of. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
he ain't barking on, because DMX, the edits then were different. Now, if you hear an edited song, they just don't say the curse word.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be like, if they saying F that B, it'll just be like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Back then, they would say different words on the edits.
Yeah, the last time somebody's done that, Kendrick did it on the Damn album.
Now, how do you know that? Who's listening to an edited
I,
album?
I got kids, bro.
You had kids back then? No, you didn't.
No, but we still
Oh,
listen
you
to the
still listen? Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. But
Cause he
but
be like,
nah,
if I
but then
gotta go hard on a lady, I'm gonna make her feel sad. Like it be
uh,
like,
but DMX is though, because I had like edited stuff.
mm-hmm.
His stuff will be like it will be growls and barks and noises in place of the and
Mm-hmm.
what
Mm-hmm.
for the curse word. So what?
Yeah.
You might say F word, what? Or when you hear the
Mm-hmm.
so I'm like, I'm listening to
Man,
stuff,
man, what
and I
that
know, yeah, and I know certain stuff like like I don't know why this song's coming in in my memory right now, because this is not even like a well-known DMX song, but it has a song like "Why do good girls
Oh,
like
like
bad
bad guy.
guys?"
You know what? There's good girls like bad guys. Selling that bad guys tell man
Bad guys,
lie. Yeah.
and then when she come and why do dog? He's and why do dog? Like he would say
Yeah.
something. Why
Sometimes
do
you want
dog?
more
What?
than
One
one
of
of
them
money with
cash.
yeah.
Sometimes you want more than some money. What's some?
That song was hard
Okay,
though.
who would ever think that the two would go good? Midtown honey, in the hood. But knock
Yeah.
on wood, I got this, no, excuse me. She don't like to be called to what? Try not to lose me. The rules we go by. Where I'm from, she don't know. So I'm used to that, but I'm listening to it and I'm like, oh, there ain't no bark right here.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the songs hit different too. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
but no, I got off on a tangent, but I did that because when I went back to listening to the music, when I went back and started to discover Biggie songs and really listen to Big, like one of my favorite albums of all time is his first joint, Ready to Die. Like to this
Mm.
day, like
Yeah, Ready
that's
to
one of my
Die is
favorite
hard.
rap albums.
Ready to Die is hard.
But there was one song he said being broke at 30 give a nigga the chills. And for some reason that always stuck with me.
Mm.
Like as I got old through high school, through college, hooping and stuff,
Mm.
now I'm like, I ain't going to the NBA. Like, what am I doing this for? And then I see the examples of everybody else. They be
Yeah.
35, 36, 37, 38, and broke
Yeah.
because they done spent all this time hooping for what?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, nah, bro, I can't be broke at 30. I don't know why, even though it's ain't nothing fine with being broke, but 30 is a young age in the scope of
Yeah.
things.
Super
And
young.
especially financially,
Yeah.
it's young. That's why I be feeling for the athletes and stuff, because it's like their careers be over at 30.
Hmm. Majority, yeah. And now they got to figure out what's next.
Yeah. And then and they've been spending that money as fast as it's coming in.
Hmm.
But 30, especially in this game, you an entrepreneur, 30 rookies year.
Yeah.
Like 30 is like you 88 Mike jumping from the free throw line.
Yeah, I be. Yeah, bro. I like every now and then I'll just think and I'll be like, bro, like let's just cause I know people who are like 98, 99, you know what I'm saying? 89. I'll be like, bro, you got so much life ahead of you. Like,
Yeah.
especially if you look at like when you actually start living like what you would consider your adult life. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even really be counting my kid years, like as far as like life and figuring it out. Because we just living, enjoying, and whatever. But like people be feeling like they so far behind when they really just started not even a decade ago, really trying to do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, some people are far behind though. Like some people got the right to feel like they're that far behind. Cause it's like how I was going with the basketball reference, like they don't know when to let something go
Mm,
to actually start pursuing the real thing.
mm, mm,
Cause think that 30-year-old, because I'm like, man, I know hindsight's 2020, but I'm like, man, if I had the knowledge and information I know I have now about digital marketing, I would have started this in 2011.
mm.
Imagine where I would be at now.
Yeah. But my thing is more so just like when people feel like it's too late. You know what I'm saying?
No, it ain't never too late.
Yeah, like but some people be feeling like that. Some people be like, man, I'm 35, man, I'm 40. Like, what I look like doing this or doing that. That's why a lot of people that I like admire from a distance, I use as like examples. Like Ava DuVernay. She didn't even touch a camera till she was like 34. And now she's
Well,
heralding.
even take looking at somebody else, the root of it, what you just said, what I look like. They saying what I look like because you worrying what you look like to somebody else. Who give a fuck?
Right. Right. Exactly.
That's why people be thinking that and don't be doing things. What I look like.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't thinking about what you look like to yourself. You thinking of the perception that
Yep.
some perception you believe that you have to other people.
Yep.
What's he doing? Guys, guess what? Here's a big secret. Everybody else is living their own life. They don't care that much about yours.
Mm-hmm.
You up here thinking everybody's looking at you and talking about you and uh, what you gonna look like to all these other people. What I look like, they not even thinking about you. They trying to figure it out them damn selves.
Yep.
And you sitting here not doing things and not taking action and because you thinking about what everybody else is gonna think. They not thinking nothing. They ain't gonna start thinking something till they start seeing you winning. Then they'll start to think about something. But
Yeah.
when you up here like, what's everybody gonna think about me? They not thinking shit.
Yeah, you giving yourself
They
way too
living their
much
own
credit.
lives.
You know?
They living their own lives and doing their best to survive with the resources that they have. You don't take up that much space in their mind. I promise you.
Mhm.
You're not that important to the world. And I'm not saying that just for y'all to be like, damn, AstenCeo said I'm not important. I'm not that important to the world. Ain't
Yeah. Yeah. That's like what I there's a book that I read probably like 4 years ago now. I can't even remember the name, but one of the lines of the book that really stood out for me was like, what you think and say ain't that powerful to where it's like for example, if you say, man, I'm gonna roll my ankle. Like you're not gonna step up and roll your ankle just by saying it. Like you know what I'm saying? Because people be thinking that whatever they think is actually just gonna happen, like with the snap of your fingers. Like the world don't work like that. You know what I mean?
It could though.
Like what? You gotta explain.
If you playing football thinking you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause I'm thinking athletically, like who would just think I'm gonna roll my ankle? Like so my brain's going, an athlete would think that. And if you're playing the sport, trying not to get hurt, whatever the sport, you're going to get hurt because you're not focused on the game.
Yeah.
So that could be a pretty instant thing.
Yeah, yeah. But in the book, it was
like
more,
who's on the court like, oh, all right, I'm gonna roll my ankle this time. Like,
but in the book, it was more so just like the example that was in the book was a little more extreme. Or, you know what I'm saying? I like your power of thought and the things that you say in regards to the world and like other people and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Like you ain't moving the needle like that. You know what I'm saying?
bro, people don't care. And just ankles. I just thought about this too. Steph Curry. Like people don't even remember what Steph Curry has become today. I'm like, dang, nobody remembers when everybody was betting against Steph.
Because of ankles.
Steph was going through it with his ankles.
Yeah.
Steph would for them championships, them initial championships. Steph was like the 8th highest paid player on the team, and they won in them rings. It's because he signed that bad deal because he was like, give me the money. Because it wasn't even known if he was even gonna have a career with how often he was hurt because of his ankles.
Yeah, he'd just be shuffling his feet and just turn his.
Yeah. That's why to this day he playing them. They made them customized big old ankle. Like y'all look at a Warriors game or just Google or something. Like he wore them big ankle supporters or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like Under Armour had to really go through testing to get his shoes right and stuff.
Yeah.
But there was a point where it was like, yo, this kid's a bust. We can't get him on the court.
Yeah.
Like Steph Curry was out there like, oh, I wonder what everybody thinking about me. Like, nah. He getting to it, but man, that's something like, is Beyonce a Virgo? I know her birthday's somewhere close to mine. I don't know the astrology and stuff. I know this all your stuff. When is Beyonce's birthday?
So. I believe it's September 4th, and Hoes is December 4th.
She's September 4th.
Yeah.
So mine's August 23rd, and I know I'm the first day of Virgo. So she's a Virgo, right?
Yeah, she's a Virgo.
So, and there's something I was watching, like a documentary type thing on her.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I like the ocean. Like I don't necessarily like to be in it, but you know, I like to like be by it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I like to look at it and stuff all the time. When I come to LA, like I like to.
You be on it. Yeah,
I go to the places I'm at just so I can see it and hear it. Like I don't want to go jump in, even though I would, but I just like to see it. And one of the reasons why I was like, dang, it's crazy. Beyonce said the same thing as why I like the ocean. And I was like, I'm not in astrology and stuff, but I know she's a Virgo. I was like, maybe it's a Virgo thing or something.
Hey,
I don't know.
Don't sleep.
But she was like, in this documentary thing, and I've seen the clip go around on social media too. And she's saying like she likes to be by the ocean, or she loves the ocean because it reminds her of how insignificant she is to the world. Because the ocean's so vast and so huge, and it like really makes you like be like you're this small.
Yeah, it grounds her.
And that's one reason. That's one thing I be thinking about. It like, say when I was in that spot in that bungalow in Malibu, and it's like it's impossible not to hear the waves because they're coming up under the
right there,
the what's it called? Balcony, I'm guessing. Would that
Yeah,
be a balcony?
yeah, it's balcony. Yeah.
Well, the waves are literally coming under the balcony. So even with the door closed, like you hearing the waves 24/7.
Mhm.
I was just out there. I was like, man, it's a big world, man.
Yeah.
And it's a because all I can see is ocean.
Mhm.
All I can see was ocean. And it's like, I'm like, damn, it's a big world. And there's a lot of people in it, and I'm just one of them. Well, I'm tripping for.
Right. Right.
Like everybody's living their own lives and figuring this stuff out. I'm like, ain't nobody that like it matters, but it don't matter.
Yeah. I be thinking like that, like almost every day. I'll be on the road, cause I love stories and people's stories. So I legit be looking at like all the traffic, and I just be like, each one of these cars, like somebody or people are in these cars with like their own story, their own lives. Like,
Yeah. I people watch. I people watch and I make up stories. Not for real. Like so say when I be in Santa Monica and I be on the balcony looking down at the people,
hmm
I really be and especially if it's a certain hour of night, I be like, what's up with him? Why you the only one walking right now? Then I make up a story.
that's
The last time
funny.
I was out there for your wedding, that's what me and my homegirl was like. I was telling her that's like I was pointing people. I was like, yeah, like I do weird stuff. Like you see him, I make up a story like about his whole arc and where he's headed, what just happened to him to where he has to be walking right now,
Yeah.
or especially if you see somebody on like a road at a time of night where it's like nobody walks on this road. This a highway.
hmm
Why are you walking on the highway at 3 o'clock in the morning? So I make up a whole story. I'll be like, he was at the crib. He thought his girl's working the night shift. She came in, she caught him. She grabbed a knife. He ran out, couldn't even get like I'll make up a whole. But he couldn't call nobody because by him running out, trying not to get hurt by his shit that's mad with the butcher knife. He left his phone in the girl crib, so now he just outside, can't even call nobody. So he just walking to his mama house. That's what I do in my free time, y'all.
Nah, the most I do, I'll throw like a voiceover on people for like 10 seconds. And then that's be funny, dog.
Nah, but I just be like, it was just cool for me to hear Beyonce because that's one of the reasons why I like to be by the ocean because it just remind me like insignificant in the world for real.
Yeah. I had that feeling in Italy. Like being out there on that water like that, you be like, it's literally just like, especially when you traveling from like this city to that city, and it's just all coastline and just water in the other direction. You just like, man, it's really just us out here right now. Like,
Yeah, and then it makes me feel like it makes me realize how much power I don't have.
mm,
And as weird as it sounds, with me being by the ocean and me liking with me being by the ocean and it making me realize how insignificant I am in the world and how powerless I am because the ocean is like the strongest thing on the planet.
mm,
It gives me a sense of it gives me a sense of power. Like most people would be like, "Dang, I was okay. I'm just weak."
mm,
But me realizing how nothing I am to the world be giving me power to like, well, shoot, let me go ahead and do this stuff then, because it don't matter anyways.
mm,
I
mm,
know it don't sound like it. People ain't gonna get that, but to
yeah,
me, I'd be like, okay, if if I'm just a blip on the world's radar, I don't got to worry about everybody else in the world what they thinking of
mm,
what I'm doing. So let me just go ahead and do this, and I can do it without the thought of caring what somebody else cares.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? Does that
Yeah,
make any
nah,
type of
it
sense?
make a lot of sense. It's like freeing in a sense.
Yeah, it's like I'm playing with house money. Like it don't matter. Like imagine that's just like all them people that are so everybody that day trades. When they first learn how to day trade, they're so excited to play with the fake account.
Yeah, fake. Hey, and that fake account, you be killing in a fake
They
account.
can yeah, everybody getting crazy returns on the fake account
The fake account, you be
with the
killing,
fake
bro.
money, with the test money. But then when it comes to their real stuff, they don't do the same things that they would do with the with the fake account because now it's their stuff.
Yeah.
And they be like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, instead
when
of
I have that mentality of like, yo, I'm so small, I'd be like, well, shoot, I'm playing with house money then, you know, like, and that's how I attack the stuff.
mm-hmm.
And I'm like, a lot of people they don't do things because they think that they're so important and that all these people care. I'd be like, no, they don't.
At all.
You think they gonna go? You really think that people gonna take the time out of their life that they're struggling with, go home, sit on their couch, and think about what the fuck you doing? Sorry, guys, don't work like that.
Man, that's real. Hopefully somebody hear that and then be like, well, since you put it that way. Like that's all I can envision somebody thinking. Hopefully they'll be like, since you put it that way.
You don't want to post it. You don't want to post and promote yourself and your business and your brand on social media because you're scared of what somebody may think about it. Well, shoot, shouldn't you want somebody to think something about it?
Right.
But you would rather not do it so nobody thinks about it. And then you sit here and like, it doesn't work. Entrepreneurship sucks. You don't want nobody to think any type of way about you. I don't care what you think about me. I care that you think about me.
Mm. Yeah, that's a
Brand
bar.
awareness.
Go ahead, pass that plate around over there. That's a bar, right? Go ahead and pass that plate around there. I see you felt that
Yeah,
bar.
man. Brand awareness, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And think every brand that we can think of, or every every personal brand that we can think of, every actual tangible brand that don't got a face, anything that we can think of that we buy or consume, anything, you like it or you don't like it.
Mhm.
But there gotta be a dislike to it.
Mhm.
Like everybody's not gonna like something. That's cool. Everything can still exist because somebody's gonna like everything that somebody doesn't like, an equal amount of people like it.
Yep. Yep. I be having I say the same thing like when I have conversation about people, two people about like them not knowing where they want what they want to do in life or if people will like it or da da da. I be like, just do it because Lil B was touring. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like Lil B, but I respect it because people do like it, and he was doing his thing. Like there's a market for everybody and everything. You just gotta find your market.
So watch your mouth about the bass guy. Just tread like
Hey, what Lil B doing right now? He probably overseas getting to it. Who knows?
probably rich,
He probably getting to it right now.
rich. Because guys, look, you don't need to even have a large following or a large customer base to make a lot of money.
Hmm.
I learned that quick. I learned that quick when I moved to Houston. There's all kinds of people in entertainment. Let's just use music for example. Because I don't know no better. And most people don't know nothing about no music industry. So they, what a rapper looks like, you just thinking they all rich.
Hmm.
Right. Which we know that's not the case. Regular entrepreneurs out here making tenfold what a rapper make.
Hmm.
But but And those rappers that got those large major deals, what comes with that is the marketing budget, the stimulus superstar package that makes you look like the superstar to everybody. You're everywhere.
Fear stands for forget everything and run or face everything and rise. The problem is that you're letting your fear stop you from living life on your terms. Click the link and start making an income on your own terms, which then starts to let you start living life on your own terms. I'll see you on the other side.
Houston had that little run mid 2000, say
Yeah, like
oh
05.
03, 06, 05, something like that.
Yeah.
I get introduced to all these people. I don't see them anymore. To me, I'm thinking they broke, busted, and disgusted. Oh, I moved? Oh, they rich.
Yeah.
They rich. Slim Thug can be rich for decades off of having a loyal fan base and following in a small pocket of the country. He can be rich forever off of it. But to my mind, I'm like, oh, I don't see him no more. He must fell off. No, it don't take that many people.
That's real.
It's the LTV, lifetime value of a customer. You acquire the customer, it's easier to retain the customer than to acquire a new one. If they through years and years of delivering mixtapes to these people, years and years of touring to these people, years and years of going to these clubs in these areas and touching these people years and years and years and years, that's just increasing that lifetime value of that customer versus these artists where we'd be like, what happened to them? They came, they went, they delivered something, they built no connection with somebody, fall out with the record label or whatever, don't want to re-sign them. All right, we pulled that, then you'd be like, what happened? Boosie gonna be rich forever.
Yeah.
I don't know Boosie's business, but I'm pretty sure Boosie probably don't got to go nowhere outside of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas,
Georgia,
Florida, and Georgia.
Yeah.
He ain't got to touch no other state. Can be rich forever. But this dude that was the hottest person in 2018, probably starving right now.
Yeah.
Cause it don't take many. Shoot, how many rock?
I was saying
What'd you say?
Pimp C had spoke about that before he passed, about how people in the South, that's what they were used to, like being independent and just being able to make a killing just from being in the South. Like you ain't had to go nowhere else.
Yeah.
Like millionaires, multi, just from having a strong fan base in the southern region of the United States of America.
Because when it started off, people were shunning the South, so they had no. It's kind of the black people's history here. Rap. So we can use the same thing. The rappers in the South, they had to figure out how to get in on their own because the powers that be weren't accepting them at the time. The gatekeepers, New York ran everything at the time. Then it was LA or whatever. They was South. That's why Andre 3000, young Andre 3000. You don't think the South got nothing to say?
Yeah.
Nobody rocked with them. They had to figure out how to get it on their own. Right? But then it's like when they do figure out how to get those ones that do go into on the other side and sign the record deals with the big record companies. Yes, some of them blew. But are they really getting compensated though? I was hearing Boosie. I was listening to a Boosie interview literally today. He was talking about how when he signed some big record deal with whoever back in Wipe Me Down days, he said he didn't get a literal cent from that.
Yeah.
He got turned into a star though, but he didn't get no money from it. He's like, nah, man, I got turned into a star. he said for the marketing of looking like a superstar and looking like we rich, we look like we got paid from it. But he said I didn't get $1 from that night.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard somebody else say that too. I've heard was it Tory? Because I know Tory Lane's going through, I got a lot of respect for Tory, like music wise, but even business wise. Because if you hear him talk, he think different, bro.
Yeah. You talking about when he was on the Breakfast Club recently?
I ain't even seen that.
There was a clip when he was
I just
talking
know.
about like he was breaking down like essentially how much money he would make per day, or the label rather would make off of him per day, like from the number of streams. Cause he was on his chill time, he may have like 1 million streams a day or something like that. But when he in like go mode, it's like 5-10 million streams. But it equates to a certain amount of money. So he was like, so that means when I ain't doing nothing, the label is still making 15,000 a day off of me, 20,000 a day off of me.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was like talking that talk.
No, I just like him because if that stuff with Megan didn't happen, he would have been on some. Right now, he would be looked at as some different stuff because he was doing a lot of very creative marketing things,
Mm-hmm.
to bring in revenue for himself. And I even got some ideas from, like, I had even used some of his marketing stuff for myself and made some money off of it,
Mm-hmm.
just as an example. Because I was like, oh, that's fly. Like, let me use that and twist it up a little bit towards it work for what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But Russ, I've heard Russ say, because Russ signed a major deal, and he was like, yeah, he signed whatever it was for however many maybe one album. He said just to get the recognition,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
just to fall back. So like he used it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard Tory talk about like stuff like that. Like, yeah, if you got a strategy, or if you got an out, he's like, cause you ain't gonna get no money. Like, usually get the brand exposure,
Mm-hmm.
bring them. We was talking before the cameras came on. I was talking about how like with his credit at the top and with email and text list, like I'm working on bringing my audience, pulling them away from social media.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the same thing. He was saying like, okay, if you got an out and you got an actual like plan for yourself in the long run versus all these people, they just be signing for the money. They're not even really thinking of longevity or their brands and their businesses. He's like, use that. Yeah, you're gonna get leached on. You ain't gonna make no money, but you can get the brand awareness. Tap in, make a true actual connection with these people,
Mm-hmm.
and then bring them along, bring them back with you.
Yeah.
That's what Russ did. Russ was like he already had his solid core right here. They ain't going nowhere. But he's like, let me go get all these people that don't know who I am. Yeah, I'm here. Hey guys, yeah. Here's some
Mm-hmm.
here's some fire music. Y'all like that? Cool. All right, hey, come.
Yeah.
And he mess around, sign a 1 album deal or whatever. Now all these new millions of people know who he is at least.
Mm-hmm.
And this was during that time he had that one song because Russ didn't get on my radar till this time, and he had that one song that was crazy. It was everywhere. The only Russ song I might have ever heard. Like I remember hearing the name, but bro, you don't hear Russ music.
Man, at all. At
But
all.
when this song was it Round the Earth, the best on Earth,
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I probably know it
bro,
if
it's
I
best on
heard it,
Earth.
but
No, you would hear this song. That's what I'm saying. When he signed the deal, this song came out. Young man, oh, sometimes the best on earth. Yeah, yeah. Some. Bro, if I'm gonna play it to you when I can't play it now because I'm about to get monetized and I don't want any copyright strike on YouTube.
yeah, yeah.
But you'll know this song, and it's like the timing of he signed a major deal. Only time I ever really heard a Russ song outside of searching for it.
Mm-hmm.
was this song that came out on the major disc. So think all these millions of people heard it. People was posting it all over social media on their stories, using it for like it was one of them songs.
Mm.
He got introduced to millions of people, and then brought a fraction of those back with him.
Hmm.
Because after I heard that, I was like, "Oh, Russ, all right." And
Yeah.
I started to search Russ stuff, and I would listen to a little, even though I don't still really listen to Russ, but I started to listen to more.
Mm.
So I'm like, if I'm just going and I'm tapping and I'm dabbling, how many people did he really turn into fans off of that
Right.
play?
Right. Convert for sure.
And he pulled them away back to his platform.
Yes.
I'm watching a freestyle. Something he said something uh some playing with your nose. A lot of y'all don't listen to Nipsey and it shows. I was like, yeah, it does show. They don't listen to Nip Russ. I never would have seen that freestyle. Like, uh, let's put it to digital marketing. That song for him was an opt-in page.
Mm.
He captured the lead, which is he captured the lead, which then he can I'm now in his world. He can now communicate to me directly away from the platform. So
Mm.
now once I'm into it, I'm like, yeah, it's what's up. Then I might go search. I'm listening to songs, which then leads me to go to YouTube. And I listen to interviews every single day.
Mm.
Then I started listening to Russ interviews. I'm like, he different. I like him.
Man.
Which leads me to I'm listening to Russ freestyles when I'm hearing him say the Nipsey line. A lot of y'all don't listen to Nipsey in his shows. That's from like a radio freestyle.
Mm.
But off of that play that he did with the major label real quick, just to get brand recognition,
Right.
it got the casual listener to know who he is and tap in.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm a fan, even though I don't listen to his music,
You're a fan of him.
I listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I see an interview or something, I'm listening to it.
Man.
He's on somebody's podcast, I'm listening to it. Which might in tune turn into me listening to a song or two here and there.
Yeah, I was about to say is like, do you think that's actually more important? Like if you tapped into or more of a fan of the person versus like their art, I'll say, or whatever they do.
I think it's way more important
Mm.
because like I said, it's all about brand awareness. I don't care if you like me or you hate me. I care that you know me.
Mm-hmm.
That's brand awareness. So I may not listen to Russ's music, but what if Russ was to start a podcast? I would be a listener.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
What if I don't listen to Vince Staples. I listen to anything Vince Staples says though.
Mm-hmm.
Vince Staples got a TV show coming out. I'm going to watch the show. I don't listen to his music.
Man.
You know how to build an audience, you can forever be paid because there's always going to be something to either sell to your audience or somebody else will pay you to get in front of your audience.
Mm.
So brand awareness, some people just like me now, one mistake I was telling people I did was not building all these platforms at the same time. Solely focused on Instagram
Mm.
instead of I could have been doing this on you. I could have been doing this when I started to like intentionally get a following on Instagram. 2018.
Yeah. Top of 2018. January 1st was like, well, I just be going out
So
for like daily free games for real.
yeah,
So that was like
what
intentional.
2018 to now. Imagine if that YouTube started in 2018 also,
Mm-hmm.
and if I could have had that because how social media works, people's not going back to look at nothing from 2017, 2018. But somebody will go back on YouTube and watch that.
Mm-hmm.
So with me now, I can't show the come up. I don't have that documented in YouTube long form content.
Mm-hmm.
I got that in little 30-second, 40-second, 1 minute little clips on Instagram that probably watermarked because I don't have the original ones. Or I used to put my logos and all that type of
Yeah,
stuff on them.
yeah.
Like, but his YouTube page by now with the Ascension, it would be crazy.
Mhm.
Same with TikTok. I could have started TikTok 3 years ago, 2 years ago, however many, at least a couple years ago.
Yeah.
If I mess around and I got 11,000 followers the first few weeks out of it, what you think it would be by now if I did it at the same time when I was intentionally building the Instagram?
Yeah. It'd be crazy.
And all those people aren't going to be the same people.
Right.
People that are tapped in to the YouTube may not be tapped into the TikTok, or it's proven. Right now, I have over 100,000 followers on Instagram. I only have a couple thousand subscribers on YouTube.
Mhm.
They're not transferring over. I got 12,000 followers right now as we speak on TikTok. Just started it last month. Those people don't follow me on Instagram.
Mhm.
It's like a totally different
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Everybody's like, "What do you do? Who are you? Where did this guy come from? What is it?" They have no clue. And the
Mhm.
people that are on Instagram, just like you, like how we was saying before the pod started, you was like, "Yeah, IG's almost done." I'm like, "No, it ain't, because you still on it."
Right, right.
You know how many users they have that are accustomed to that? People don't like change.
True.
All IG got to do is just hit the button and reset it to what it used to be. Everybody over there gonna be happy.
Mhm. Yep. Instantaneously. Like, uh-oh, IG back. Everybody gonna be posting IG back, y'all.
Well, everybody's still posting.
No, no, I'm saying they gonna be posting that. Like, IG back, y'all. Like
Yeah, like like it don't. It's a simple fix. Just do what you used to do. They gonna be happy. They're so focused because Meta's whole business model has been engulfing the new thing. So they're upsetting their customer now because they they want to eat TikTok
Yeah.
how it ate everything else, but TikTok's too big now.
Yeah.
They waited too
Instagram.
late.
Instagram focusing so much on what's happening around them versus what's going on at home. Like they taking care of the world versus taking care of their own house.
But you can't knock them because it's been successful for them. The inception of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg took it from them twins.
Hmm.
Like that, like it's just like America. America can't get past certain things because the foundation of it, we won't address the foundation of how it all started.
Yeah.
So you can't expect Meta to start doing new stuff when the foundation of it is, hey, I like your idea. I'm gonna take it
Hmm.
and make it better. Because he can say, I didn't do it, but them twins got won that lawsuit and won a bunch of hundreds of millions of billions of dollars, something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know if you know the story.
Yeah, no, no. I think it was, yeah, hundreds. I don't think it was in the bills, but yeah, hundreds though. I think so. Yeah.
So
And
if
I think
he's
and
so
I
if
think
he's
that was a settlement. I think they settled
yeah,
out of court. Yeah. So anytime I hear the word settled, I'm like, oh yeah, they were
that's a
right.
win in my book.
Yeah, they were right, and you were like, okay, I know you're right at this point. So let me not lose it all. What can we do? Because I know you're gonna win it all if this goes.
On certain things, it's like that, but other stuff I've heard, like if like people suing, like they'll just pay them just because it'll be cheaper to pay them than to fight it out in court and all that type of
Mm.
stuff.
Hmm.
But I know the only person that I've heard like publicly say, and we have examples of that not being the case for 50. 50 be like, no, I'll pay the cost.
Yeah.
Tierra Marie.
Cause ain't that over like 50 bands?
Yes. She's running her life. But but if if Mark took it from the twins, they made it whatever. And then they took it, then Vines coming. They implement Vine. Oh, that's dope. Let's take that.
Yeah, they
And
got
then
a proven success formula. Yeah.
when Snapchat come, they're like, whoa, hold up, fam. We need that.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Stories, guys. Got stories, guys.
Yeah.
TikTok
And
coming.
then my people from my hometown still use Snap like crazy. I
Oh,
was like shocked by that.
we were talking about Snapchat last night. Ian Samo had pulled up and we were talking about social media. And he was like based on what he's seen, like with their like nieces and nephews and stuff, they were like, our demo is really the demo who uses Instagram. He's like everybody who's kind of
Mm-mm.
like younger be on Snapchat more than IG.
I'm talking about our demo.
Mm,
In my city, everybody use Snap and
word.
Instagram.
Mm.
They 30 and up.
Yeah, bro, I
But you
can't tell
never
you.
use Snap.
Yeah, true,
And I never really use Snap.
true.
But whatever it is, though, I'm just saying that these demographics everybody be talking about. No, everybody uses this stuff. Like people use that as an excuse not to get on the platform because it's young or it's old. No, get on it. Everything
Mm-hmm.
starts young and ends old. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Life. You're born a baby, you become an adult. Facebook, it was just for college people. Now you think that your granny's on it. I remember the time. One of the reasons I wanted a college email, I needed a .edu to get on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Same. Instagram was young. Then all of a sudden, I started to see my mama and my homies' mamas and daddies and my uncles and stuff get on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why everybody, me included, late to the party on TikTok. Oh, it's just kids dancing. Mhm. Now it's not. My uncle's almost 60. He saw me on TikTok.
Yeah.
Call me, hey nephew, you saying some real stuff. I'm like, where you saw my stuff at? I ain't know you had an Instagram. No, I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah.
So everything's gonna mature,
Mhm.
and there's a demographic for everybody. Like,
Yeah.
so y'all get on it. And with the TikTok stuff, especially with what I've seen in my month and a half or so with it, uh, it's the best place right now for organic engagement. I haven't ran paid ads on there yet. I'm going to very quickly, but from what I can see, it's reminding me of what Instagram was 2 years ago. So I say you got a 2 year window. You better get to it before you complaining about how TikTok is 2 years from now. How you complaining about Instagram right now?
Hmm.
Because that's what you will do. Man, remember when TikTok used to be like?
Mhm.
Instead of just adjusting with everything, complaining ain't gonna do nothing.
And be like, it's pay to play. Nah, pay to play.
A pivot, and you better, and with everything's pay to play, and you better pay while it's cheaper
Mm. Yeah, that's that part.
because it's only gonna go up. The price the price to acquire a customer is only gonna go up, and whoever can pay the most to acquire a customer is going to win.
Hmm.
If you can only pay $100 to acquire a customer, and I can pay 1,000, I'm going to demolish you.
Yeah.
You run ads, you run ads, you quit because you spent $200 and ain't making no money yet. If the next person can spend $2,000 and not make no money yet, they're going to win.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
it's about LTV, lifetime value. If you know the lifetime value of your customer, then you know how much money you're willing to spend to acquire that customer.
Mhm.
People don't know that. If I know the lifetime value of my customer is $500, I'm comfortable spending $250 to acquire a customer. That's a double up.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else don't know how much it costs to acquire a customer. They run an ad. Damn, I don't spend $250 because you're not thinking about the back end.
Yeah.
Or if I have somebody join my $40,000 mastermind, you think I mind spending? You think I mind spending $10,000 to acquire 'em?
Not at all.
But that's a back end. Amateurs get paid on the front end. Experts get paid on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else, I have people. I link people uh with my ads team. Sometimes I pass the plug.
Mm-hmm.
He called me. He's like, "Yo, Blake, what's up with her, man? She ain't got no money." I'm like, "What you talking about? Like, he ain't got no money. What you talking about? Man, he don't want to spend. I don't have these problems with you.
Mm.
Like they talking about." He's like, we only $300 in. They talking about cut them off.
They don't want to spend. uh, I can only imagine though what that phone conversation sound like.
Because think about it like this. If I said earlier on this episode, it's easier to retain a customer than it is to acquire a new customer.
Mm-hmm.
So if it costs you, I'm just making up numbers off the top of my head, but I'm willing to take a loss on the front end to acquire a customer if I know that they're going to be a repeat customer.
Right.
So if it takes me $100 to get somebody to buy a $50 product, that person, most people be like, I just lost $50. But if I know that person is then gonna buy something for $100
Mm-hmm.
and then buy something for $300, that 300, that 450, they've now spent $450 over the span of 6 months.
Right.
But you so focused on, I just lost $50.
Yeah. 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 Yep.
Lifetime value of the customer. Cool, we'll lose that 50 because we know the lifetime value, on average, lifetime value of a customer is $600.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, we'll take that loss on the front end. We'll make it up on the back end.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy because like I've been realizing lately that like this goes back into like what my brain been lately is just what's the long term play? Cause being so like short term driven, it's so easy to see an L or feel like it's just lost, 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 lost. But when you like extend or like I was saying last week, like kind of like back out a little bit. Remember I was talking about how you might have
Mm-hmm.
like a year or two that's bad out of 10. Like you'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you were just saying, you'll take that L, quote unquote L, off the 50. But if you look long term, 600, you'll take that deal any day of the week. I spent the 100 to
Just
make.
think of all these millions of dollars these large corporations are spending on marketing and branding.
Mm-hmm.
You think if Budweiser spends however so much money for a 30-second spot in the Super Bowl, they know that once they get somebody, they're going to. My uncle drinks Budweiser.
Mm.
What is his lifetime value to Budweiser?
Right, right.
That's all that he drinks.
Yeah, yeah.
For how many decades?
Hmm.
So it's like, yeah, they can dump the money because they know once they do acquire a customer, they how often are you going to buy the product, and how often are you uh for how long are you going to buy it?
Yo, what up? Right now I'm out ATVing in the rainforest with a group of high-level entrepreneurs. I'm a seven-figure entrepreneur. My mentor, Nehemiah Davis,
Listen to me.
eight-figure entrepreneur.
Listen to me, y'all. And I don't even want to put him in a box. I know you teach 99 ways how to get into real estate, how to use OPM, but this man's going to teach y'all just entrepreneurship, period. How to get in the game, stay in the game, and get that 6 and 7 figures, man. This man constantly investing in himself, putting himself in rooms. This is why he's on that next level. This is why he's been making this type of impact for so many years. But now that man coming out and helping y'all do it. So when Blake said, yo, I'm about to go crazy, I said, I'm looking at it. So listen, if y'all interested, getting your money right, getting your time back, and be able to scale and grow your businesses, AstenCeo, Blake, I'm telling y'all, don't look nowhere else. When you told me the 99 ways, though, peep this. I never heard nobody say 99 ways.
Right.
I heard about 1,
You heard a couple.
2, 3, 4, 5 max. 99?
99?
Yeah, okay. Y'all
Crazy,
tripping if
y'all.
y'all don't. But
Hey.
I really don't. 99 ways? It's impossible to fail.
Most important thing y'all can do is get in the room.
Apple. They can spend whatever in marketing. They can do whatever because what is my lifetime value to Apple?
Bruh, when you in that Apple ecosystem,
But they can lose the money on the front end in advertising because they know we gonna make it up on the back end because we know on average our lifetime value of a customer is X.
yeah. Cause even if like, cause even like just looking at a specific niche, like me as a, production guy, camera guy, all that type of stuff, my LTV is crazy. Cause all I want to do, I'ma always get the new MacBook. I'ma get the new iPad Pros. All I want to do is buy a whole bunch of like Mac Studios that cost like $5,000, $10,000. Like I'm here for the long haul. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. Yeah, I get that. And one thing too, I'm glad you said that because it don't make no sense. I don't know why y'all videographers be doing that.
Doing what?
What you just said, going and buying all that new stuff all the time.
Cause you need to.
Maybe I'm not saying you don't. Maybe you do. Majority of them don't. Majority of them need to go get a fucking customer. Nah, for real. Because people be in the wrong people be focused on the wrong thing of business. Your business that you in is acquiring a customer.
True.
So you going and getting all the new lights, all the new cameras, all the new gadgets. Your client's not asking for that. You
Very
just want to go get it.
Very true. Yeah. Yeah, that's very true.
And I be seeing all these people, and I be seeing you too buying all this stuff. I'll be like, I don't know your. That's why I said I'm not talking about you per se,
Yeah.
but I'm just talking about just people.
Mm.
I'll be like, y'all just going and get all this stuff. Like y'all just hurting y'all's business, bro. Like
Yeah, it's not.
use some of that money to market yourself. You just spent $5,000 on lights that ain't nobody asking you for.
See this,
But I
this
tell you to go run a Facebook ad and you want 150 in and like, hey man, I don't know how to run. Hey bro, can you have your team run it for me? Yeah, okay. But when you $500 in, shut up and let them do his job.
right. Yeah, what I tell people, like people be asking me what they should get, like cameras, lights, all that type of stuff. I'd be like, what's your goal versus both short term and long term? Because a lot of times, because these camera companies do a great job at selling like these different resolutions and stuff. 8K, you can shoot 8K. All that stuff is overkill. You
Just
know,
for somebody to be able to upload it in 1080p on social media.
exactly. Exactly. It's all overkill. It's all
That's
overkill.
what I'm saying. You don't need it. Like, but
All overkill.
they want it and they're saying that they need it to provide better services for your client. Your client's not asking for it. And then you want to up your price and then you're justifying your up in price off of how much money that you spent on useless equipment.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And you're trying to justify your price because you have all this premium stuff. They don't need the premium stuff. They
Yeah.
ain't asked for it. Most videographers, I'm willing to bet money, no videographer has had a client ask them for that better camera or ask for that $4,800 light package that you just happen to have. Or
Now,
like that one light, that one super, you got a crazy light one time that probably cost like $20,000 or something. I was like, man, this dude is not on a fucking Marvel set. Like like that was in your living room, bro. I was like, man, this dude
I'm
is
about to
not
get
shooting
another one.
no Avengers.
I'm about to get another one, a bigger one, a more powerful one, I should say, not a big one, a more powerful one.
But video, and not just videography, just people like in general, like they spend so much time and they go get all this cool stuff for their business, and your clientele's not requesting it,
So this
and
is
you're
what
just
I would
eating a
say.
hole, and you're just eating a hole in your pocket.
Yeah, I would say for anybody who's listening that this may apply to, it's not about it's not so much about the client requesting it, it's about what the work calls for. So like for example,
But the work don't call for it.
sometimes it does. Sometimes like sometimes whatever you're doing, you may need a specific camera or specific
Go go
lights to
rent
do
it,
that. Mm, that is an
bro.
option.
I'm talking to the person that does not. They struggle to get consistent business. Why are you going and making all these investments in equipment and you ain't got no business to pay for it?
Okay, you talking to that person. Gotcha. Yeah, in that case, yeah, rent. Rent is the best option. And include it in
But
your
all
pricing.
these videographers, they go and they get all this. I got this new camera. I got these new lights, like just because you want it, but your customer's not asking for it.
Yeah, they think that.
And then most of these videographers got all this stuff, and then their clients are upset. Bro, people in my circle DMing me like, "Hey, bro, what kind of camera you use? Because I just paid this videographer, man, and all my stuff blurred. So you using all the fancy stuff, and
Don't know
you
how to
can't
use it.
even give the customer the quality product. You
Yeah,
got something that should be on a movie screen in their inbox. They're downloading it and uploading it on social media, and it's super blurred.
yeah, yeah.
Now they mad because they done paid you $800 for the weekend and got a bunch of blurry videos. Cause you got the super duper mega Avengers camera.
You gotta know how to use the tool. It ain't the equipment. It's
When
the
social
skill
media,
set.
you log on, they done paid you $800 for a weekend. They got a speaking engagement. They say they want the speaking engagement recorded. They want a recap video. They want testimonies. They want this. You send it all to them in Dropbox, or all to them in Google Drive. Then they like, oh yeah, because it's gonna look dope on their computer when they looking at it. It's gonna look fire. Oh man, this looks great. Recap. They uploaded on Instagram. Blurry. What? This looked like a sidekick recorded it.
Yeah, they gotta know what you're doing, man. You got to know what you're doing.
You know, period. I got the 24K resolution. But you can't. But social media. Everybody only wants it to post on social media.
Exactly.
It uploads in 1080p. You got the 24K H double D.
Hey, quick piece of game for people who may need to hear this, y'all. Look, social media compresses those files. The more resolution that you have in that file, the more it will be compressed and the more trash it will look. So you need to export that joint in 1080. You're welcome. Don't export it in 4K. Don't export it in 8K. 1080p, ladies and gentlemen.
I got this boy. I got 180K.
That joint gonna look terrible. Cause
Yeah, but
the Instagram software gonna be like, bruh, you working me today, dog. This 8K, you working me. I'm about to compress.
and I don't
this
even
joint.
know this techie stuff, but I at least know enough to know that all this stuff is in the cloud somewhere. The cloud can't hold a bunch of Avengers movies.
And that's why it compresses it. And the more resolution it gotta compress, the more of a disservice you doing to the quality of the content.
But and videographers, I ain't mean to take a shot at y'all, but that can be applied to anything though, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people in that business that's spending so much. They're spending their money thinking that they're spending it on their business when they're not, because that's not bringing in additional revenue. That camera, just using a video, that camera is not, that new camera you bought's not bringing in the new revenue.
Yeah.
You buying that camera, everybody ain't just gonna be chilling and be like, "Oh, did you hear that? He just hit pay now for a new camera. Let's just randomly find this person and message them so they can shoot us on their new camera."
Yeah, nah, it don't work like that. It adds, so like what it does do, because some people are brand whores, but it adds to what you already can provide. Like that ain't the deal breaker, whether you got a Red or Sony or
I'm
whatever.
just saying, but in today's time, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter. You can literally, I could get everything that I need done with this.
I know, but that's you though. But that's why I had to
No,
speak to.
I know, but most people,
Yeah, for sure.
most people
For sure.
outside of a fucking Avengers movie can get everything that they need done with this.
Yeah.
And I'm not bullshit. I'm not lying with that.
Not at all. And did you set
Bro,
your
they
joint to
shooting
4K?
movies. I think so.
Cause I was about to say, a lot of people don't even know that you got to go in your settings and set your joint to 4K, and it looks great. It looks
I
great.
don't know. Whatever it is. I know one of the ads when they advertise on the iPhone, shoot movies. And then every time I'll be like, ooh, I can do all this with the iPhone. I don't do nothing on it. I just do this.
Yeah.
Hey guys, well,
Yeah.
but you can shoot movies on the iPhone, like, and for most things now, like I said, unless it's going to be on like a big screen or something like that, everything that anybody and any business brand or just individual person needs, it's going on the phone. It's going on something where somebody's watching it on their phone. So you don't need all this stuff.
No, very true. Very true.
Even Avengers is making the trailer so you can do this to go to the big screen.
Yeah. Black
So I
Panther.
know I use videographers for example, but just think of any business that y'all in. Do y'all need all the bells and whistles, or are you using the you not having the bells and whistles for the excuse on why you're not driving the revenue that you want to drive? That ain't the reason why.
Yeah.
You're not introducing yourself to new people. You're not introducing yourself to new markets. You're not building any type of brand awareness. Nobody knows that you exist. Yet you're continuously buying stuff for your business.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense.
Somebody they in real estate. Oh, well, okay, well, let me get all right, so I need this business card, and then I need this CRM, and then I need this, and I need. Yeah, that sound cool, bro. You got any leads?
Hmm.
Oh, I bake cakes. I make the best cakes. Oh, but I need this new oven. Look, this oven, the oven costs 5,000, but it's the best oven. If you don't go in your kitchen and hit 400, 400 degrees is 400 degrees.
Yeah.
But you go spend the 5,000 on the new best cake oven, and then be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to make the best cakes. This 400 degrees different. Don't nobody know that you bake cakes.
Yeah.
But now you need this, then you need the business cards, now you need the flyers, and then you need the poster. Text me 859-605-3297. Stop bullshitting yourself.